Tycoons? This is Tycoon Leon, and this is Tycoon Network, where we specialize in trading stock options and providing education on stock market investing to help others achieve financial success. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we get started. The content provided by Tycoon Network is for educational and informational purposes only. We do not provide investment advice, and any trade decisions that are made on your own risk must be consulted by a financial advisor before you make any investment decisions. So, just to get started, we are looking at ES, which is the S&P 500 futures, and we posted in our exclusive Discord exactly where price was going to drop down to. Now, I have a couple of different charts that I'm going to show you, but we had around 5270 being exactly where price was going to drop down to, and we closed the day at 5272. All right, so we were like 2 points off. On this particular chart, we have a key level at 5262. I used a different strategy for this, and we still got the same area. All right, so what we're looking at right here is the very next level of resistance, where you can see right there, we had it tested not one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8 times. I can even count those, but like 8 or more times. And when a level is tested, the more valid it makes it, but also the weaker it gets. So we have that 5291.50 level that is going to be tested. If we break through that, then we have the next level at 52 or 53.30. I'm sorry, 53.20.33, and then the very next one at 53.49.16, and then our target, which is around 53.68 for this particular chart. So you can see I have this right here because I already have timed exactly when the correction might start. And I have that for like April 1st. All right, since Friday is not a trading day. So in my opinion, we could start like a little correction, maybe 6, 7, 8%, something like that around April 1st or next week. I don't really know for sure, but for now, that's what this chart is showing. So let's go to the other one that I wanted to show you on exactly why we knew this was going to come back. So we have this right here, the ABC correction, and then we have an impulse wave up for wave 4 was coming down. All right, so this is basically the 38.2% of wave 3, which is exactly where we stopped at. As you can see, we stopped on a dime right there at 5270. Okay, so now we should get another push upward to between 53.42 and 53.55. Okay, now at the moment, the difference between ES and like SPX, for instance, is around like $58. All right, so just subtract 58 from any particular target, and I believe for SPX you just subtract around like 7. All right, don't quote me on that because it could change, but right here, this is exactly where we're looking for a push to 53.42 or 53.55. And another thing, we're going to go to another chart just so you know multiple different ways we see this. It could drop, right? Could drop, but right down here we see a bullish divergence. Boom. All right. So we're going to do that. Bullish divergence. It could form. That needs to cross though. That part needs to cross. Once it crosses, we could get some fire that would take us upward. You see exactly what happened. Let's find another one. All right. Okay, right here. Same concept, right? We were falling. All right. We were declining. Bullish divergence. Boom. We went up. How much did we go up on that one? We went up around 150 points. All right. So even if we put up like 150 points right here, we would still be at, let's see, 150. We would be in the 5400s. All right. So I lowball everything. So even if we exceed my price target, that would still be cool. All right. So I'm going to do this while you're watching, just so you can see on the daily, every single time we tap around the moving average, we go bullish. Boom, 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 boom. Like every single time. Okay. Since this year started. Boom, 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 for, let's see, like multiple times, at least 8 or 9 times. All right. Last time happened was around like last week, actually, or 2 weeks ago. All right. So exactly where we're at right now, we haven't really touched it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do something like this and, keep it rocking. All right. So, in my opinion, I think that we can get all the way up to around exactly where I said, around right here. like 53.65 ish. Now on the downside, what we're looking at is um, the RSI. Okay. Now the RSI down here, you can see exactly where it's at right here. Okay. So the RSI, every time it hit around 79, it usually has a pullback. Okay. This is on the weekly chart. On the weekly ES chart, usually when it hits 79, it has a pullback. But once again, that's 2 out of 3 times. Actually, all 3 times except one was delayed. So we're going to count those times right here. Exactly where this green line is, that's the 80. So if we see it actually touching that, that's what we're looking for. So let's actually pull this up so you can see it a little more clear. All right. And then we're going to draw. All right, so here we go. 79, boom, that's one. All right, so we're looking. We did it again over here, and what happened? 2020 crash. Okay, so we're gonna plot that right there. 79, only on the weekly, right? Right, boom. Oh, sorry. Let's do it again. 79, boom. All right, and then around 5 weeks later is when we got the 2020 crash. Right, and then 79 right here, but we kept riding a little bit, and then we corrected. All right, so right around here, 78. Actually, yeah, right around there, 78, 77. We can round it off because above there it's like 82. So we'll put it right there. Boom. All right. And then over there, we just kept on going. And then we had a little correction. And then we had sideways. And then we kept on going until we correct it later. This is what I'm thinking occurs right now. So I'm thinking we keep on pushing and then we correct, maybe have a little correction, keep on pushing, and then have a drop. Okay. But the drop that we get might be a crash. So as you can see, only 2 times in the past 20 years that has happened. The RSI at 79. All right. So there's one, there's two, there's three. I've checked. You won't see any other times where it's gotten up there. Okay. We're already at 2006. You see that? No other times. This isn't the time. Nope. 77. Nope. Didn't get there. All right. We're in the 1996, 1990s. All right. All right. So last time this happened, 1990s, and it started right here around 95. All right. So literally, it's been over 30 years since, yeah, 29. Yeah. So around 29, 30 years, rounded off, since we have seen the RSI at 79. All right. So we've only seen it 3 times in the last 20, 29, 30 years. Okay. So um, when it happened over here in the 90s, it was pushing for, keep going, going, going. I believe this was around the time where the internet was just introduced, and then 95, Windows 95 came out, and so on and so forth. And then we kept going, and we had that huge crash in 2000. So is this going to be as big as a dot-com bubble? Don't know. Just stating the facts on exactly why it's so significant that we hit 79 on the weekly RSI. Okay. So at this point, we could actually, rise up to the exact level that I was talking about, around like 53.67, and then we could have a, little correction. I'm thinking we could have a correction of maybe like 6 or 7%. Let's say, yeah, around like 7 to 12% or something like that. So in my opinion, that is exactly what we're looking for, a push higher, just as we saw on this other chart, just as we saw right here, push higher, and then a possible sell-off. If we get above 53, 55 or 53, 65, then we could continue bullish. That is what I'm looking at.